Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at it's sad like she fine as yeah. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". Yeah, I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, making profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watching them games, make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packets. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing, dog? Make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. What a day it is. It's a finals trading hour of the final trading day of the first trading week of the year, and it is once again another solid green day. Green every day here this week. Where's the money today? It's all about Tesla. Full disclosure, I am long Tesla from 108. Members are in the January 20 $110 strike call option from about $5.70. And as we talk here, those options are now trading at $9 from a $5.70 entry earlier today. I'm in the stock itself from 108. Stock now currently trading 114. Bulk position just came off the table right before this live stream, right up there in front of 114. We just took profits off the table. I am still long this position, and I'm going to hold some of this into next week. So I am holding on to this position. My next profit target on this is going to actually be all the way up around 117.50 to 118. That's going to be the next area to take profit. I am also currently in a short position on HKD. I'm up about $1.50 a share on that one. Short from around 24.60. Stock currently trading 23. Not really doing what I was expecting it to do. HKD is kind of sitting here trading sideways. I got short this thing on the bounce back up into this 26, expecting the rollover in the afternoon, but we have not yet gotten the rollover. The only way I will hold on to the HKD short position is if I do get this downward move into the close. If we start to climb back up towards 26, I will not carry this position over the weekend. Just too risky. I just have no intention on holding this position fully short in my full position because I have not taken profit off on this trade yet. Again, short from 24.60 right there is actually my short entry. So I'm up small. It's $1.60. I'm not in a stock like HKD for $1.60. I'm in that stock for like $10. So I'm only going to hold that over the weekend if I get the drop down into this region before the close, and I'll take some profit. I'll cover some of the position, and then I'll hold the rest over the weekend. But that has not yet happened yet, so I'm still sitting in full position short HKD, and I am in still long Tesla from this 108. We got long right there on that pullback, and I'm still long this position. We just took bulk of the position off the table for solid profit, and I'm holding this over the weekend. We have a lot to talk about here today on this live stream, guys. We're going to go over the markets. It's a huge rally day in the markets. The markets are up huge, 2.5% gain on the SPY. You're talking about a 700-point move, 760 now on the Dow. It's a rip your face type of rally, 3% for the NASDAQ. You also have Biogen with some news out about the FDA approving an Alzheimer's drug, which is just fantastic news. Everybody, I'm sure on this live stream probably knows someone or somehow a friend or family member that's been affected by that horrific disease. So to see that there is an FDA-approved treatment or is a very good sign. Stock market related or not, very good sign, very good piece of news to hear that coming out of Biogen, that they're getting some approval there from the FDA for their Alzheimer's treatment. So that's fantastic. But we've got to talk about what the hell happened today. Why is the market absolutely exploding? Why are we up so big today? Well, you got some really important pieces of jobs data today, and that jobs data is what sent this market moving to the upside. You also had some commentary from Fed members. You had a lot of different Fed members and Fed presidents that were speaking today. You had several Fed presidents. You had the Fed governor. They all were speaking today. There were some comments that were made from all of these people that got the markets excited and got the markets moving to the upside. The SPY right now, guys, is breaking out of this 3-week-long channel. This is the longest consolidation channel that you've had in the SPY in probably 2 years. if you look back at a chart of the SPY, okay, if you guys look back at a chart of the SPY, you're not going to find really, a consolidation that lasted this long. All right. And now you're finally breaking out of it. This break to the upside is on the back of some news catalysts, on the back of some data. All right. But you're not out of the woods yet on this break out of this channel because you're coming up to some major levels of resistance. As you get into the 390 area, that's a massive level of resistance. And I think it's going to require a lighter than expected CPI number next week to get the market above that level. So you have a lot of resistance above here on the SPY. Even though you're breaking out of this channel here right now, you have a lot of resistance on this level. All right, so what we're going to do on this live stream today, we're going to talk about the Tesla trade, right? Just a huge congratulations, about a 60% gain for members on True Trading Group on those call options as Tesla's making a new high right now. So just a monster day for us. So we're finishing off the week straight green all across every day this week. It's a great way to start the year. And I'm going to go with you the lesson of what exactly was it about Tesla that made me confident in taking that trade long today when that stock has been decimated for the last several weeks. It's been straight down. We did not try to catch a falling knife. There was very specific price action and very specific signals that gave me the long today on Tesla. We're going to talk about that. So we talked about some swing trading lessons on the live stream last night. We're going to talk about it again right here on today's live, and then why the markets are rallying and what this now means here going forward, what we can expect next week. Jam-packed live stream for you guys here today. Make sure you got something to write with. Make sure you got something that you're ready and prepared to take some notes with. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, but now the current head trader at True Trading Group. If you guys don't know by now, we are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that is available to the retail trader and investor today. So if you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you guys have come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here for free, where myself, other TTG Pro trading moderators, and special guests will drop golden nuggets and give you free lessons in education, market commentary, trade ideas that can help you guys become better traders. So take a moment, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss out on any of the lives that we do here because we drop golden nuggets and give you free lessons and trade ideas on each and every single one of them. Why should you listen or care about anything it is that I talk about on these live streams? I didn't figure this stuff out on my own, guys. I began my career working at a fund in New York City. It was my first job right out of college. I went through a 3-month educational training program while working at that fund. That is where I learned how to become a trader. I didn't have to sift through hours upon hours of YouTube videos and back test a bunch of weird equations in my mother's basement. I was trained professionally by professionals, and that is how I became the trader that I am here now today. Now, fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, the fastest growing and highest rated premium educational platform. And it is not just myself. It is a team of 9 other professional trading moderators and an over 20-person staff. And we've helped thousands of traders and investors from all over the world, from all walks of life and all experience levels to learn, trade, and profit consistently. All right. We are the fastest growing platform because we combine university level curriculum, stock market trading, investing courses with stock market trading, investing tools, with workshops, and we provide mentorship for stocks, options, futures, crypto, for also all styles of trading. So whether you day trade or swing trade, or if you're just looking for some long-term investment stuff, we do it all inside of True Trading Group. See, at TTG, we take that university level curriculum and we combine it with today's top financial tools that are worth over $5,000 a year. These are tools that successful traders use that give them more information, that helps them make better decisions, that increases their chances of success. If they use them, so should you. The problem is they're expensive. They cost about $5,000 a year. It's a lot of money. So as a company, True Trading Group, as we built out this platform, we've gone to these companies, we've negotiated deals, and we've built relationships with them so we can offer their products on our platform without you having to pay for them. So this stuff will cost you around $5,000 a year, like Benzinga's newsfeed, Trade Idea Scanner, the Trading Views charts, Trading Views Trading Journal, right? Like all of these different things. Quote Media's full book level 2. All of these things are very expensive. Dark pool data, right? All of these things are expensive. They're all included with your membership when you join the True Trading Group platform. You're also going to get access to 10,000 of the True Trading Group members, the most helpful, successful, educated, and supportive community of traders and investors that you're ever going to find. Not to mention, of course, all the real-time trade alerts from myself and the TTG mods that I'm able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% now going on the last 2 years. So if you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, smash the like button, turn on your notifications, and hell, share the stream on your own social media. Let's reach out, let's educate and empower as many retail traders as we possibly can. All right, so let's get back to it, guys. It's a monster day in the markets today. So again, for those of you that are just joining us, full disclosure on my positions. I am long Tesla from 108. I've taken the bulk of my position off the table just now at 114. When we just came on this live stream, we just took the bulk of our position off the table on that push up there to 114. I'm long from this 108 entry from earlier today. I'm still long. I'm going to hold on to this position over the weekend. The bulk of my position's off the table, but we're going to hold on to this over the weekend and see if we can get a little bit more. I'm looking to see if we can get up to like 117.50, 118, and that'll be another level of take profit for me on Tesla. And then I'm also still in a short position on HKD. I just don't know if I'm going to get the rollover. I keep waiting for the rollover into the close, and I'm just not getting it. So right now I'm up about $1 a share. Not a lot. I mean, I'm not in this for $1 a share. I'm in this for like 10. But I'm not getting the breakdown. The stock's just been trading sideways today. So I'm up about $1 a share, $1.30. And we'll see. You know, like I said, we get back over this previous halt price of like 27. I'll cover that position. I'm not going to hold it overnight, but I am going to hold the Tesla trade. All right. So it's a great day for us because of this Tesla trade. I'm small green on HKD. Tesla's a monster. Tesla is a monster. My TTG fam, how many of you guys made money today on this Tesla trade? You guys made money on this Tesla trade with me. Sound off in chat. I want to hear about it. You guys made money today in chat. Tell me how you did. I love to hear when the whole team, you know, it hits. I mean, this is a trade that we've been in here now for the last few hours, and I'm going to sit on this over the weekend. So I love to see how many of you caught this trade with me. So one thing that you guys will know when it comes to if you guys become part of True Trading Group, the one thing that you'll notice is that whenever we enter a large cap stock, like I bought the stock itself. Now I understand not everybody has the capital to buy a $108 stock. So whenever I enter a large cap trade, you'll always get an option to go with it. So when I entered my trade today, I told my guys, listen, I'm long 108. If you want to follow me on this trade, I would go after the January 20th expiration, $110 strike call option. At the time of that I entered my trade, those call options were anywhere from 555 to 575. So anywhere in that range. A lot of members in True Trading Group, they got into the option between 555 and 575. If there's anybody that's in the trade right now, if you want to comment in chat where you entered the trade, just so I know where you guys got in. But it looks about between 555 and 575 on that call option, anywhere inside that range. And those options are now going off. Actually at $9. So that's a huge move from 550, 575 up to $9. That's a big move, guys. So just a huge congratulations for all members that were able to capitalize on this Tesla trade. And, you know, there's some indicators here that really showed me that it was time to give this a shot. And Tesla's been getting crushed over the last month. Everybody knows Tesla's been getting crushed. And, you know, admittedly, incorrectly, for the last like 2 weeks, I've been looking for, and I've been talking about it even on these live streams, I've been looking for some kind of price action that's indicative of a short-term bottom, and I hadn't seen it. And when really 2 weeks ago, I should have just stayed on the short instead of, I didn't think the stock was going to go all the way down to 100. So I was starting to think like, okay, I'm just looking for possible signs of a bottom, and we just didn't have any. There was no signs of a bottom. So I just stayed on the sideline. I didn't try to catch a falling knife. And I went after this trend reversal trade today, after the stock made a new 52-week low, after they had a piece of news come out where they actually reduced their price in China. So they actually had another price cut as sales or demand was beginning to, looks like demand was beginning to falter for their vehicles. So they come out with this news, they've cut production. But then as the day goes on, you start to get these rumors coming out about how there are so many people going to Tesla's site that their website actually crashed, that they're, you know, things are like overcrowded with people in China trying to get their hands on now this $35,000 price point, which is where Elon Musk said he wants to get the price of the entry car for Tesla down into that $35 range, and he has now done so with this price cut. And as the day goes on, you started to get more and more of this like kind of little positive chatter with Tesla. And it's like, okay, well, now that you're getting this little bit of a move here to the upside, this negative piece of news, which initially was taken as negative, that, oh man, they're cutting prices because there's no demand for the vehicle. All of a sudden, the stock starts to move to the upside on the back of this news. And you reclaim the prior 52-week low. Once you reclaimed the prior 52-week low, that's when I really started to pay attention to this stock. And I want you guys to follow me real quick. We're going to go over the whole analysis behind me getting long Tesla today when I did, and how we were able to capitalize on this trade. We gapped underneath the 52-week low on what was perceived to be a negative piece of news. Then the stock very, very quickly reclaims the prior 52-week low. That in itself is a sign of a potential shift in momentum. When you have a gap down to new 52-week lows and it reclaims the 52-week low quickly, that in itself is a sign of a potential short-term bottom. Right? That's price action that's indicative of a possible shift in momentum and a possible shift in trend. But that's not enough to take the trade on something that's in such a clear downtrend as Tesla is. Because you try to go long a stock like Tesla too early in the middle of that crash, you're going to get run over. Don't try to catch a falling knife. What happens if you throw a knife in the air and you try to catch it? What's going to happen? Most likely you're going to get cut. That's where that saying comes from. Don't try to catch a falling knife. You get cut. Tesla's been a falling knife for the last week. So I've been very patient trying to be long. And I've been saying I'm waiting for price action indicative of a short-term bottom. I got that today. And then not only did we reclaim the 52-week low, but we also reclaimed then your second resistance level. So Tesla gapped to new 52-week low on news, reclaims one support level, then reclaims another. Now I'm saying this stock's got some momentum, and I'm going to go after this thing long. Let me show you what those two support levels were. And then we're going to talk about the MACD indicator, and we'll talk about the RSI. Two indicators that I use when I'm looking at swing trades. You'll learn how to swing trade as a member True Trading Group. You'll learn how to day trade as a member True Trading Group. There's 9 professional trading mods at TTG. We all have different trading styles. Every day in True Trading Group, there's day trades. Every day in True Trading Group, there are swing trades. Every day there are stocks. Every day there are options. It's not just myself. There's 9 professional traders that lead you throughout the course of a trading day. So I feel like this is fitting because last night's live stream, we talked about swing trading. Today, we're also going to talk about some indicators for swing trading. So get out those pens and notebooks. You look at the bottom left of my screen. You know what? I'll go to a full screen so it's easier for you to see. And let me readjust these lines for you so you can all see them very clearly. Okay, so here we go. So I went to a 15-minute chart just to clean the chart up so everybody can see this very clearly, okay? Right here was your prior 52-week low. That was your 52-week low. We gapped underneath it today on the back of that news about them cutting the cost of their vehicle. Very, very, very early in the day, we took it back. So you see how we got back above this level? So you regained the 52-week low. You regained it. But that's not enough to get long because you have another resistance level sitting right above your head, which is yesterday's lows, and then also lines up with this is Wednesday's lows, and then also lines up with this previous little pivot from Tuesday afternoon. So you can see very clearly there's a level of support Tuesday afternoon. There's the low of the day on Wednesday. Even double bottomed it on Wednesday. And then here is your low of the day yesterday. Right? There's your low of the day yesterday. So we pushed right up into that level, and then you can see it starts to act as a level of resistance. I'm still not long Tesla yet. Still not long Tesla yet. Okay? Still not long yet. Then the stock breaks through that resistance level. Now is when Tesla really captures my attention. Now is when I start to say to members of True Trading Group, I go, guys, this is the price action that I've been waiting for. This price action is indicative of a potential short-term bottom. You may get a dead cat bounce on Tesla off of this level. You've got the news catalyst that was initially perceived as negative. That seems to have resulted in a surge in demand in China for the vehicle, with the website crashing, because so many people were going to the site and everything like that. So that chatter started to kind of shift momentum in the stock. And then from a technical standpoint, you had the gap down, retake 52-week low, retake second prior support. Now I say on a pullback to this 108, which is this previous level, I'm getting long. My stop loss is going to be beneath the previous 52-week low, and we're going to try to catch a swing trade now as the momentum shifts in Tesla. There's also some key technical indicators on the daily chart that coincides with this thought process. So it's not just the price action. The price action itself was indicative of a potential bottom. But there's indicators as well that you'll learn as a member of True Trading Group. One of the indicators that I use most for my swing trading is the MACD. Now, I don't use the MACD intraday, although some day traders use it to day trade intraday. I use the MACD on a daily chart to help me with swing trading. And one of the things that I look for is called bullish divergence or bearish divergence on the MACD. There's also two distinct signals that a MACD gives you. They are called a signal line crossover or a zero line crossover. So there are three things that the MACD can give you: bullish or bearish divergence, a signal line crossover, and a zero line crossover. Let's go to the MACD and let's go over what all three of these things mean and what they look like. I'm going to expand my MACD indicator to the bottom of my screen. You can't see it right now. And I'm going to get rid of the volume, and we're going to open up the MACD indicator. We're going to go to a daily chart. Here is your MACD indicator at the bottom of my screen. Now, the white line, you guys see this white line? This white line is your signal line. That's your signal line, okay? The MACD itself is this teal blue line, right? White line is your signal line. A signal line crossover is when this blue line crosses above or below the white line. So if we were to look at this more closely, you would say there's a signal line crossover to the downside. There's a signal line crossover to the upside. There's a signal line crossover to the downside. There's a signal line crossover to the upside, right? So these are all signal line crossovers. That's what these are. Right, you go back here, there's a signal line crossover to the downside, right? And what you start to notice is every single time that you get that crossover, right? Every time here's a crossover to the downside, what happens to the stock? The stock moves down. Here is a crossover to the upside, and what happens, even though very briefly, you got a little bit of a move to the upside. Then there's another crossover to the downside, and then what happens? You get moved to the downside. Here's a signal line crossover to the upside. What happens? Very briefly, move to the upside. There is a signal line crossover to the downside. And what happens? The stock gives you another move to the downside. These are signal line crossovers on the MACD. Okay, these are signal line crossovers. Let's delete everything and let's go back. That's a signal line crossover. A zero line crossover. See this dotted line you guys see on my screen right down here? This dotted line? That's the zero line. So when the MACD indicator gets below or above the zero line, that's called a zero line cross, right? So you have your signal line crossover, you have your zero line crossover. So right here, that is a zero line crossover to the downside. That's a zero line crossover to the upside, and so on and so forth. So you guys understand how the MACD indicator works. Now, the other thing that I like to look for is bullish and bearish divergence. What is an indication of bullish divergence? Bullish divergence occurs when the stock price continues to trade to the downside while the value of the MACD does not. That's going to be considered bullish divergence. Now, if you're looking at the daily chart right now, everyone can very clearly see that from May to now, the price of the stock has gone significantly to the downside, right? You've gone significantly to the downside. But if you take a look at the value of the MACD indicator, the value of the MACD indicator has not. The value of the MACD indicator is actually higher today than it was when the stock was all the way up at 200. So that's going to be one indication of a signal line crossover, but even more of a bullish divergence. But even more than that is zoom this in and take a look at you basically have a double bottom forming on the MACD indicator, right? Support and support. Well, now that's interesting, right? It's interesting because if you look at where the price of the stock was the last time the MACD was here, look at what the share price of the stock has done while the MACD indicator has not made a new low. That is bullish divergence. Bullish divergence on its own is not a clear signal to buy, okay? Because you could have said here, you could have said right here that this is bullish divergence, right? And you could have gotten long, you could have gotten long here, and you can see the stock went significantly lower. So just the fact that you have this divergence is not a clear signal for you to, oh, that's it, I'm going long. It's one signal. And when you get all of these signals start to come to fruition, that's when you can start looking for those swing trade opportunities and swing trade entries. Okay. So now as we fast forward, what else do you see happening here? It hasn't happened yet, but it looks like we may be getting a signal line crossover. Now, if we get a signal line crossover, what has happened every single other time that we've gotten a signal line crossover? If we get a signal line crossover on this MACD, then folks, I fully expect Tesla to give me maybe 2 to 3 days of upside here. And that's why I'm in this swing trade. And I'm looking for Tesla to get up into this region over the next couple of days. It's a little bit of a dead cat bounce type play. I'm in from 108. We took bulk of the position off the table there at 114. High today is 114.39. I'm holding on to this position over the weekend, and we're going to see if we can get this thing back towards 120, maybe even into 122, 123. My next take profits for anyone that's following me on this trade, again, long from 108. I already took profit on the bulk of my position. My next take profits, 117.50 to 118, and then the low 120s, like 121-ish, 122. And that's the game plan that I'm rolling this into the weekend on this Tesla trade. All right. So there's a lot of different things that went into the thought process of why am I going to get long Tesla today? And it's the news. It's the price action of the gap down and reclaiming the 52-week low. It's the MACD signal line crossover. It's the MACD bullish divergence. And then I will also show you the RSI. So let's get rid of the MACD and let's go to the RSI. So here's your RSI, right? Anything, okay, when you get down to your RSI, anything that's underneath 30 is considered oversold. Anything that once you get like up over 70 is considered overbought. So I check today. I mean, the RSI has moved higher now because the stock is significantly higher than where I entered the trade earlier today. But at the time, the RSI was down around 22. I believe it was 22. Now it's at 25. Stocks moved, 5 points higher, 5.5, 6 points higher from where I bought the stock. So the RSI has moved higher here slightly. So that's kind of everything that went into this trade today. It's all of these things that I took into consideration to say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go after this thing. And I've waited very patiently for this stock to give me some type of a move to the upside. And I jumped on it today at 108. And now we're sitting at 114, 113 and change now. And I'm going to hold on to the rest. And we're going to see if I catch the bottom of this thing because I'm damn near close to it. And if this trend does reverse, it's going to be a good one. The thing you have to realize when you're going after trades like this, and then this is also important for me to note, when you're going through trades like this, when it's such an obvious fight the trend, it's so obvious the trend in Tesla is down. Very obvious the trend in Tesla is down, right? And I'm going long the stock. So whenever you're doing something like that, I call these hero trades, where like you're trying to be a hero, like you're trying to like pick the bottom or you're trying to pick the top of a stock. You just got to be very careful that you don't, jump the gun. These type of trade setups are very high risk reward, meaning the potential gain is very, very high if you get it. But the probability of the trade is actually lower. And the reason why the probability is actually lower is because the stock is in a very clear downtrend, right? So the chances of that momentum to the downside just continuing next week and me getting steamrolled and the stock goes to 95 is very possible, right? So that's why you want to be prudent with these trades. You want to be patient. You want to wait until you have enough signals to feel confident pulling the trigger. And when the trade starts to work in your favor, don't try to be the hero. Don't hold on to your entire position thinking that's it. I got the bottom. The stock's going back to 150. Take profits as the trade works in your favor so that it allows you the comfort to hold on to the position for longer, to catch a bigger move. And if the momentum continues back to the downside, let's say the stock gaps down on Monday back to 108. I'm long from 108. I already sold the bulk of my position at 112 and 114 into this move. So I'm in a very good position. I'm in complete control. I'm in a place of profit, and I'm playing with house money at this point. And now I can just let it ride. Right now we can just let it ride. And if we do catch it, this thing goes into the 120s. It's going to be a monster. It's already a sick trade. Members already snagged 60% profit on the option from like 555, 575 up to $9. You know, if this thing gets to 120 next week, I mean, $9, those options are going to be 15, 16. You know, you're going to be staring at, 250% gain. So this really has the potentials to be a monster. And I'm proud of this trade. This is a good one. No, wow. Oh, you must have went with, so Money Con says I got 200% gain. You must have went with, maybe today's expiration or maybe next week's expiration instead of the 20th, if you already got 200%, but congratulations on that one. That's a great question. Storybook says, if Tesla goes back to 108 on Monday, do you think it's a good enter there for this swing trade? If we get back to 108, you know what? I don't think it's a bad idea. You know, you have an established support level here now that in case you do get a gap down, I don't know. I mean, 108 is a little deep. I don't know if you get that, but I can see 110. You know, I would look to see maybe if you get a gap down to like 110, you know, if you get a quick move there, but this is a resistance level. So this is why I took profit off, the bulk of my position off in front of 114 is because of this level you see here. So there's the high of the day today, right? And then look back at the high of the day on the January 4th. See all that resistance there? So that's why when we got there, I sold some of my position, the bulk of my position, to be quite frank. We got to get above that. You got to get above that next week. You get above that next week, then you're cooking because you don't have a lot of resistance up here, right? You have resistance here around 118. 118, this is a key level. So I'm just looking at the key levels here for Tesla and letting the trade do what it's going to do. You know, 118 is the high of the day from the 3rd, which is also a gap entry. It's also the low of the day from the 29th, right? Then it's the highs of the day from the 27th. Like you just start to look at all this. That level starts to become pretty clear, right? That level starts to become pretty clear. So that's what we're looking for, guys. And you see now you're getting this little pullback, little pullback off that level. It's not, I don't have a crystal ball. It's not magic. It's just levels, you know, like this is resistance. So when the stock gets to resistance, what do? We take profit in front of it. And right there is exactly where we took profit, right there. And then now you get this little pullback. Right. And once we got back, you see this level at 107.50, right? You see this level at 107.50. So we talked about that. This level at 107.50 was this, right? I showed you guys this before, right? It was also the high of the day earlier today. So when we broke through it, I'm saying, okay, if that's going to be support now, I'm going to step in. I'm going to get long right in front of it. And right there is where I got long, 108. Right there is where we got long. On that pullback. Why? Right in front of this level. My stop loss was right here. So this was my stop loss. There's the entry. There's the stop. Right? There's the take profits. And we're still long some. See if we can get some more upside next week. Okay? Does that make sense? Everybody? So everybody got it? Everybody understands? Everybody understands the analysis on the Tesla trade. Again, congratulations to all of our members. Everybody capitalize on this. It's a monster. Looks like I'm starting to get a little downside right now on HKD. HKD's back to 23. Oh, no, as soon as I say that, right back to 24. This thing's all over the place, man. Look at this thing. It's all over the place. So I'm up about $1 a share right now. Nothing spectacular for HKD, but Tesla's the monster. So let's head back. Let's head over to the SPY right now while I let these trades work themselves through. Big move higher today on the SPY. Why? What's the catalyst today? What happened today? You got jobs numbers today. So in case you guys have been living under a rock, the labor market's extremely tight. And you got the unemployment number today that actually went down. Unemployment last month was 3.7. Now it's 3.5. Now, a lot of that has to do with seasonal hiring. You know, the part-time jobs for the holidays that will no longer be there in January. The real test for the labor market and jobs numbers is going to be January's numbers. So as you get deeper into January, you'll start to see, you know, are these job numbers that you're getting, was the strength you got today, was it seasonal? Or is the labor market really still this strong? And you'll find that out as you get into January. But you could not have asked for, you know, people that are bullish the market, you could not have asked for a better jobs report today. It was exactly what people that are bullish wanted to see, which is why the Dow is up almost 800 points today. What was it? Well, basically this labor market, this just jobs number told you jobs are still very plentiful, but they're not overheating. You also got wages cooled off. I think that's the biggest reason why the markets are up today is because wages cooled off. So wages increased last month at a 0.6% rate. This month, it was 0.3. So that's a big drop in wage increases. Why is that important? Wage inflation is one of the biggest contributing factors to services inflation. Why do we care about service inflation? Because it is currently the stickiest, most problematic area of inflation. Commodity prices have come down. You look at gasoline prices, oil prices, natural gas prices, they've come down. Real estate prices are beginning to come down. The services side is still high and it's sticky. It's a problem. The Fed can't get it to come down. How do you get that to come down? There's a direct correlation between wage inflation and services inflation. So when you saw a softer wage inflation number, the markets liked it. You also had Fed members that spoke today. One of the key comments that I think really kind of lit the fire under the market today was right around 10:30-ish. Raphael Bostic, who's one of the Fed presidents, said the possibilities of a soft landing have increased. You also had Lisa Cook, Fed governor, as well as Bostic, who said that, yes, inflation is still high, but the data is promising. So we know it's still high. We know that 7% CPI is not a good number. We know that has to come back to 2. But to see the labor market numbers come in what they were today, to hear the Fed members say, we like what we're seeing, which is very, very different from what Jerome Powell said back at the December Fed meeting, right? It was like, oh, I don't care what this data was. We're raising our Fed funds target to 5.1. So it was a little bit of a different tone. It was a little bit of a different tune. Factor that into the lighter than expected wage increases in this labor number, the markets rallied to the upside today on the hopes of a possible soft landing. And this is what the market's going to go through this year. In 2023, the market is going to go through these waves of, wait, soft landing looks possible, to then, ooh, recession looks inevitable. Oh, wait, soft landing is possible. Ooh, recession inevitable. And that is what the market is going to be moving on this year. That is going to be your sentiment. Your sentiment driver this year is not necessarily going to be inflation. Inflation, we all know, has peaked. Okay, it's still high. It still has to come down. Yes, but the inflation is not what's really going to be the main driving factor of sentiment this year. The driving factor of sentiment this year is going to be soft landing, recession. And as you get data points that come out that support either one of those things, so like what would support the soft landing? Inflation coming down, the labor market staying tight while inflation comes down. That supports soft landing. What would make a recession inevitable? A complete breakdown and crack, a complete breakdown and crack in the labor market and the jobs market, or a complete miss on Q4 earnings and a bunch of revised guidance for Q3. I mean, for fiscal year 2023. So once you get into your next earnings season, do you see a bunch of companies miss Q4 estimates? And do they revise 23 fiscal year earnings down? If you see that, then all of a sudden the argument of, oh, recession inevitable. And then all of a sudden you see unemployment goes from 3.5 to 4.2 to 4.7 to 5.3. Then all of a sudden the market says, oh, recession inevitable. And the sentiment is going to move based on that. But if you start to see, let's say, inflation goes from 7.5 to 6.4, and unemployment goes from 3.5 to 3.7, and wages go from up 0.3 to up 0.1, then all of a sudden the market goes, wait a second, maybe a soft landing is actually more possible than people give credit. And then you get these upward breathe type of days. So that's going to be the sentiment driver for us this year. And that's what we're going to be firmly focusing on inside True Trading Group, is really the balance between the labor market and then earnings and what this all means for the possibility of a soft landing versus a recession. Now, I've been pretty vocal about my beliefs this year is that we're going to have a recession. I just don't believe it's going to be a severe recession. I think it's going to be a mild recession. I think it's going to be a regular run-of-the-mill recession. The problem is that whenever somebody hears the word recession, they automatically think 2008, which is the Great Recession. It's the worst recession that we've had. Massive spike in unemployment, foreclosure crisis. I mean, it was a disaster. I don't believe that that's what's going to happen. The labor market is far too tight. It's far too strong. I think it's actually possible you could see maybe a rolling recession, which is nowhere near as painful as a full-blown like 2008. Rolling recessions, what is that? Rolling recession is when a recession hits different areas of the economy at different times. And it's actually a pretty interesting concept, a pretty interesting theory that I think has a lot of credit, a lot of merit this year, because when you look at what happened because of COVID, you had that exact scenario. Like COVID hit. Anyone that was in leisure, hospitality, travel, decimated. Anybody that was in online, internet, like all that stuff, your business exploded. Now that you're out of COVID, the exact opposite is happening. You go ahead and try to tell a real estate agent or a mortgage broker that there's not a recession. They're going to tell you, bro, we're in a recession already. Anyone that's in the real estate business will tell you we are in a recession. But go ask somebody in the hotel business. Go ask somebody in the music event business. Go ask somebody in the restaurant business if we are in a recession. They're going to be like, what? I can't. I've never been busier in my life. I've never been busier. Right? So you're seeing the exact opposite. Now it's, and who are the companies that are laying people off? What companies have laid people off so far? Amazon, Salesforce, right? Slack. Okay. Like, all of these tech companies are the ones that are laying people off. It's not leisure and hospitality. Leisure and hospitality actually added 67,000 new jobs last month. So leisure and hospitality are actually adding jobs. So you are seeing a very, very big difference in discrepancy between leisure and hospitality and, let's say, tech or real estate and crypto. Everything that exploded during COVID is getting destroyed. And everything that got destroyed during COVID is booming. So that theory of a rolling recession has merit and is something that's very possible for 2023, where like, okay, this, here's a recession here, and then a recession will hit there. And you get this, it's called a rolling recession, where like not everything gets hit all at once. Makes sense if you look at what happened during COVID. So that's a very, very possible scenario here for this year. And rolling recessions would not be anywhere near, would not be severe, because it doesn't hit the entire economy all at once. It hits segments of it. So it can't by definition be severe. Severe recessions when you have just like mass unemployment and mass, drop in economic activity and output. You're not going to have that if it hits little areas of the economy one by one. So that would be, a possible scenario for this year. But I think that today's trading action is a prime example of what I expect this year. And what I expect this year is more volatility in this market, just like you saw in 2022. But I think you're going to have better long-term investment opportunities this year because I believe that you're going to have that recession, and that's going to give you the long-term investment opportunities. So that's why I'm calling 2023 the year of the active opportunist. That's why we're calling it the year of the active opportunist, because 2022 was the year of the active trader. And it was all about, learn how to make money when stocks go down, because it was so obvious the markets would go down last year. At the end of 2021, I told you guys I was selling my long-term portfolio. I expect a crash. We talked about it in December and September, October, November, December of 2021. We talked about it almost ad nauseum on these live streams. It was it was the easiest layup in my career that the markets were going to crash this year when the Fed raises interest rates. The Fed interest rates were zero and real rates were negative for over a decade. And the valuations got so ridiculous in 2021. It was a layup. This year, all you need to do last year was just, how do you make money when stocks go down? That was the concept of last year. Learn how to short stocks, learn how to buy put options, learn about inverse ETFs. And that's how you were focused on making money last year, right? And trade that volatility. This year, but there were very few long-term investment opportunities last year. You had two moments really last year, and they only lasted about a week each, where you really would have been able to step in and start to buy some stuff for your long-term portfolio before another bear market rally took the markets right back up away from those zones. And I'll just show you on my chart, really, it's like you had here and then you had here, right? Like very brief moments, before the market then gave you another bear market rally and you felt like, damn, the market's running away from me. So you really didn't have tremendous long-term buying opportunities last year, yet two, really, So I think you'll have more opportunities like that. I think we have more opportunities for that this year, as I believe the markets this year are going to get down to this region, and then that's where I'm going to really start to do a lot of buying in my long-term portfolio. And I'm excited for that. And that's why I think it's the year of the active opportunist instead of the year of the active trader, because use the same playbook that worked for us last year, right? Still learn how to make money on the way down, right? But then use that income and that cash that you've generated to stash aside and then stuff it into your long-term portfolio. And I think you're going to get some really good opportunities next year. I have companies that this year that I'm looking at that I think are going to be the next wave of unicorns. Like my unicorns, just like everybody else's, was Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft over the last decade. That's where people really generated tremendous amounts of wealth. But those companies are not going to be the companies that are going to give you 1,000, 2,000, 5,000% gains over the next decade. Apple's not going to go up another 5,000% over the next 10 years. But there's new companies that can. And when you get a recessionary environment, it brutally punishes early stage companies. But don't forget, there was once a point where Apple and Amazon were early stage companies. Now, today, Apple's the safest investment anybody can make, right? Individual stock, right? Everyone looks at Apple. They're like, oh, Apple, it's the safest stock you can buy, right? Just own it. Safest stock you can buy. It wasn't always the case. You go back to the early 2000s, and then you go back to into 2008, Apple was once a very high risk investment. Amazon was once a very high risk investment. A lot of you may not know this because you never would even think about Apple going down 50% in a single year now. But 2 decades ago, Apple went down 50% in 1 year, 3 times. That's how volatile that stock was in its early stages. Now it's the biggest company in the stock market, but it wasn't always the biggest company in the stock market. It had to grow into that. And along the way, generated 100,000% return for early investors, right? Made people rich. Just own Apple, never sell it, and made people rich. And the best opportunities that you had to buy Apple was when you had recessions, when you had the dot-com bubble, and when you had 2008. Because when you have recessions, early stage companies get pummeled. And their stock prices don't just go back to like a fair value. Their stock prices go down to, I didn't even realize that the market's closed. 4 o'clock. All right. So again, guys, we are holding that Tesla position. I am gonna exit my HKD short here after hours. I'm not gonna hold it overnight. I'm up about $2 a share. It's, you know, nice little green trade, but it's not the home run that I was looking for. I will cover this before the close. All right. Before the weekend. So I'm on this live with you guys now. The stock's not really going to move here, but I'm gonna hold on to this just while we're doing this live. But before 8 o'clock, once markets stop trading, the after-hour session finishes, I will be flat HKD. I'm not going to hold this over the weekend. All right, so I'm short from 24.60. The stock's at 22.80. I will be covering that before we are finished, and I'm not going to hold that over the weekend. Tesla, I'm long. I am holding that over the weekend. Bulk profits off the table, but we're still long. All right. Bulk profits off, but we are still long. So every time that you've had a recession, right? Dot-com bubble, 2008, Apple at the time got pummeled, down 50%, right? Stocks getting crushed. As you go into a recession environment this year, I believe that next wave of those early stage companies are going to also get pummeled. A lot of them have already been pummeled. Some of these stocks are down 50, 60, 70% already, but they can go down more. And that's when I'm going to step in. I'm going to really start to be looking to buy the next wave of the unicorns, the next wave of the growth that I'm really looking for. That's why this is the year of the active opportunists. You can catch trades like this today, like Tesla, just an absolute monster today. Like you can catch stuff like this. You can catch the SPY making a ridiculous 2.5%, 3% move on the NASDAQ in any given day. You're talking about, the overall market and large cap stocks that are moving around like penny stocks. Honestly, like these stocks are moving around like penny stocks. Take advantage of it. It ain't going to stay like this. This opportunity is not going to be here forever. I'll tell you that. This opportunity ain't going to be here forever. You're going to revert back to your mean. Bear markets bring volatility. Volatility brings opportunity. But eventually, when the bear market's over and you revert back to the next bull market, it's not going to be a bull market like it was in 2021. Manage those expectations, folks. You're not seeing 2021 again when money was free and it was being dropped down upon you from helicopters above and interest rates were zero and money was free. You're not going back to that environment. Interest rates are not going to be zero. So eventually, this market's going to go back to just what's normal for the market. 9% gain every year. That's normal for the market, for the SPY, the S&P. S&P's average gain is 9%. Take into account all of its up years and all of its down years. The average, 9% gain a year. Let me put that into perspective. The SPY moved 2.5% today. Let me say that again. The average is for the SPY to go up 9% a year. It went up 2.5% today. Does that sound normal to you? It's not. Anyone that's been trading for longer than 5 years will tell you it's not normal. Anyone that just started trading 2 years ago probably thinks it is normal. It's not. Take advantage of this opportunity and this volatility while it's still here. Capitalize on that movement. Use that cash. Stuff it in your long-term portfolio when these stock prices are actually at depressed values, because that, my friends, is how you build wealth for the long term, by buying low and then selling high, not waiting till the market goes back to an all-time high to say, oh, stocks are doing well, I should probably invest. Wrong. Man, stocks are in the freaking toilet. Everything's on sale. I'm going to buy something. That, my friends, is how you make money. That is what professionals do. Professionals have already sold. You have a lot of retail investors that are like, oh, well, what do I do? Do I sell? Should I sell? Should I sell? Like, you should have sold in 2021. The SPY's down 20%. The NASDAQ's down 35%. And now you want to sell? You should have sold when companies like Rivian were trading at hundreds of billions of dollars in market cap when they don't earn a single dollar and never sold a single car. That's when you should have sold. That's when you should have sold. When companies like Zoom Video and Peloton are more valuable than Wells Fargo, that's when you should have sold. But now people look and now they're like, oh, well, the market was going up. So I thought it was a good time to invest. It was a good time to sell. It was a good time to sell. 2020 was a good time to buy. 2021 was a good time to sell. 2022 was a good time to trade. 2023 is going to be a good time to buy. Okay? Does anybody have any questions for me before I continue? Anything that I just said? Does anybody have any questions? I know it's Friday, but you guys are here. You know, anybody have questions about Tesla, about the market? Anybody has any questions? Now's the time to ask. A hell of a quote, Mike. What did I even say? Oh, that is a, you know what? That is a sick quote. 2020 was a time to buy. 2021 was a time to sell. 2022 was a time to trade. 2023 is going to be the time to buy again. Is that the quote you're talking about? Because that was kind of cool when I said it. I just came up with that right now in my head. That literally just said that just in my head right now. I don't know where it came from, but it was pretty good. Someone said, "What's my price target on Tesla?" What time horizon are you talking about? What's my price target? I'm long Tesla right now. I bought it today at 108. I already took bulk of my position off. We up there at 114. I'm still long. My next profit is 117.50, 118. And my final target is in the low 120s, like 121, 123, somewhere in that range is going to be my final take profit for Tesla. Do you still think the SPY is going back to 390 area for a good short setup? I do. I think the SPY might even push higher because let me go to the SPY real quick. I expect a lighter than expected CPI number, right? I think CPI for the month of December is going to once again, like November, like October, be lighter than expected. That will probably move the markets to the upside. And remember what we talked about just earlier on this live stream? The sentiment this year is going to be soft landing, recession, soft landing, recession. Lighter than expected CPI will say, oh, soft landing, you know, more likely or not more likely, but more possible. Right? Chances of a soft landing increasing with the lighter than expected CPI. And I think that the markets move higher when that happens. The area that I'm looking for to get long dated put options on the SPY, because a trade that I'm looking to put on is like a 370 strike June expiration put option on the SPY. Okay. And the area that I would love to put that trade on is going to be up above 390. I would love to put that trade on above 390. And if you look at this downtrend resistance line on the SPY, right? And this yellow line, see this yellow line? Where's that yellow line line up? That yellow line lines up dead even with that line. So see this yellow line right here on my screen? See this yellow line? That's the 200-day moving average. And you see how the 200-day moving average is just falling right in line with this downtrend line? So it's right there. So if you get a lighter than expected CPI and it pushes the market up to there, if you get the market pushes up to there on a lighter than expected CPI, I would look for that level to reject. And then that's where you load up on the puts. Load up on the puts there. And then as earnings come out, then the earnings are a disappointment. And then the market moves back to the downside and we crush that trade. And you hold that trade for probably like 3 months. So that's the trade that I'm looking to put on. Right? That's the trade I'm looking to put on. Now, that's wishful. That's like best case scenario entry. You may not get that high. You have a big resistance level here on the SPY in the low 390s, and I'll show you guys this. you had a very big support level here in the low 390s, okay, in the month of November and December, right? Now, the 100-day and the 50-day moving averages are this purple and this blue line on my screen. You see they both line up right at this level as well. So this is a tough level of resistance. I only think you get through this level if CPI is lighter than expected. But CPI is not till Thursday. You got 4 trading days for this market to do what? What, are you just going to sit right there and do nothing for 4 days? No. So you've got to try to get up through this level, or the market gives you another pullback off of here. And you can, and I think this is exactly what actually happens. I think you can see the market do this next week, right? I think you get like something that looks like that, right? Like that looks like this, and it's like quiet. And then all of a sudden CPI comes out, and CPI gives you that big gap up. And you gap all the way up to there, right? You gap up to there, and everyone gets excited, and all of a sudden the markets do that, and you're like, yeah. And it's like, no. Buy the puts, and then you go right back down once earnings come out. And the markets drop back down, you drop back underneath those moving averages, and then you move back to the downside, and then you're going to be like, running around in the street naked with your, bottle of champagne, talking about the profits that you made on the trade, and that's what we're going to be looking for, right? So like that's my game plan. That's what I'm looking to try to put on. I'm not alone on this. Some of the other moderators of True Trading Group, are already in puts. You got the Wolf is already in puts for this, those long dated puts, looking at like April. He's also looking at June expirations to add. So, there's a lot of different moderators from True Trading Group, because True Trading Group is not just me. There's 9 other professional traders, and we all kind of all have the same thoughts. Mike, are you referring to late 2023 for buying? Definitely not now. V-Trade, definitely not now. Please don't anyone mistake. Oh, HKD, moving to the downside. Let's see if I can get a fill. Now, I actually still have an order sitting underneath 21 from earlier today. My order was sitting right here, and it never got filled. We just dropped to 21. I still have not gotten filled. I'm still sitting down there in front of 20. I'm short from 24.60. Stock is 21.70 right now. But yeah, so with regard to the overall market and the SPY, I'm not talking about adding or doing any buying now. I'm talking about doing buying probably by like the middle of the year-ish, like end of Q2, early Q3. If I'm right in my analysis, you guys will you'll see me buying end of Q2, early Q3. If my analysis is in fact correct. Someone's asking, what is a soft landing? A soft landing is basically just avoid a recession. You avoid a recession. Okay. If we do not have a recession, then that means that the Fed pulled off what's called a soft landing, where they were able to orchestrate a slowdown in the economy and bring inflation down without pushing the economy into a recession. Very difficult task for the Fed to do. Very difficult task for the Fed to do. Not impossible, but very difficult. So that's what a soft landing is. A soft landing is just no recession. Now, it's not unheard of to say that we're not going to have a recession. Jim Liebenthal, guy gets a lot of crap on CNBC, man, but the guy's a genius, and he actually has one of the highest win rates of all of the people that come on CNBC. And he believes we're not going to have a recession. Tom Lee believes we're not going to have a recession. Bill Belsky thinks we're not going to have a recession. Goldman Sachs believes we're not going to have a recession. But then you have a ton of people that do think we're going to have a recession. So there's always arguments to both sides, of the fence. There's always arguments to both sides. And one thing that I've learned, no matter how confident you are in your analysis, don't ever completely disregard or poo-poo the other side. Don't be arrogant enough to just completely disregard the other side of the argument. Stay neutral as best you can. Stay unbiased as best you can. because what ends up happening a lot of times is like if you refuse to admit that you're wrong, right? This is assuming that you're wrong about it. Like Jim Liebenthal, for example, Jim Liebenthal was like, no, we're not going to have a recession. We're not going to have a recession. You got to still be open to the possibility that you do, because if you do, then you need to change. You need to change the actions that you're taking, to change your game plan. You got to change what you're doing. Just like if you think we are going to have a recession, but we end up not, if the data is telling you we're not, if inflation gets down, let's say inflation is at 3.5% and unemployment is still 3.9, guess what, folks? The possibility of that recession is starting to drop, and starting to drop quickly. So it's like if the data starts telling you that that's not the case, you got to be able to be like, okay, hey, listen, I'm wrong, and not just continuously short the market and buy puts and buy puts and buy puts, because you will get run over. You got to be able to say like, okay, whoa, I'm wrong, right? So just keep that in mind. That's just with trading in general. I'm not talking about specifically the markets or recession. That's just a general blanket statement. Joseph says, Mike, I'm in 390 puts for March and April. How would you hedge them? How would you hedge them? If you're in 390 puts for March and April, if you want to hedge them, and you're a little nervous with stuff, I would just go with a much smaller position size and just literally just buy calls. Buy like a 395 call, but smaller position size just to hedge it. Literally. Just collar that trade up. Give yourself, if you're whatever your exposure is, give half the exposure on the call, and now you're hedged. Now if the markets move to the upside, let's say the market's pushed to 395, right? If the market's pushed to 395, 400, you can then just take the profit from the call and then average down on the put and use that money to average into your put. Is probably what I would do. You can do that. You can do that. You can also sell some options and just bring in some premium and generate income, and then use that income to buy more options. You can do that as well. No, I would do closer expiration. I would do a closer expiration on the calls, because you're trying to hedge your bet is that you're going to get downside in the next 3 months. That's your bet. So the hedge would be, but what if we get upside first for the next couple of weeks? So you don't have to go the same expiration all the way out. You can go with a much closer expiration for the hedge, because your hedge is, well, what if we go up first and then we go down? So you can go with a closer expiration. All right. And then you can use that profit and you can average back down on the put and then roll your trade forward, and maybe even give yourself more time. So like if you do get up to 395, 400, use that profit and buy like a June put instead of a March put. You can do that as well. So just some creative ways there. And you can also, I don't know if your account allows you, but you can also sell options for a premium. Like if you want to, sell a put or something like that, you can sell a put, taking that premium. How many people do we have here, actually, guys? How many people do we have here that are actually not members of True Trading Group? You guys, if you're not members of True Trading Group, you guys do me a favor. We had about 900 people that are on the live here on a Friday evening. I love it. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, you guys do me a favor and just type TTG in chat real quick. Just type the letters TTG if you are not a member of True Trading Group. I want to see how many people on the live stream that are not members. About 900 people that are here. I see we have a lot of the TTG fam that are represented, but who here is not a member? That might sound silly, guys, but it helps me out, get a feel for who's on the live. Do me a favor and just type TTG, please. Let's see. We got Nick, we got Jim, Jonathan Wilson, welcome back. Isaias, Nate, Ron, XRP. Oh, Ron's a trial. Ron, are you the guy? No, that wasn't you. I think I was talking to, I believe her. No, I don't think that was you. I was talking to a trial today. I thought maybe it might have been you. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. The bearded bargainer says TTG sadly. Well, you guys can join us. We got John Boburn. What's up, man? Oscar, JTV, Gold Miner, Jesse, Nayal. What's up, John? How are you? Seymour, Rick, Ronald. Oh, Lifetime. My boy Seven with AJ. What's up, man? Beautiful. Great, guys. We have a lot of non-members that are with us here today on this live stream. Fantastic. Guys, I want to real quick bring on and introduce you guys to my business partner and co-founder of True Trading Group. Everybody give a big warm ayo to Adam.
Yo.
What's up, man?
What's up, buddy? Man, we really done did it today.
Oh, we done did it. We sure did do it.
So pretty cool. Want to go over with you. We have completely revamped and made it a lot easier for people to check out with True Trading Group, to join True Trading Group. We have now created a couple of really flexible options for you to join True Trading Group, which is really important this year. We really want anyone that wants to join True Trading Group, we really want you to have the option to do so. We want it to be simple to do so. And yeah, that's where we're at. So we've been experimenting for the past, well, let me back up. Mike, kind of tell them a little bit about before, we were moving to this 2-pay system. We've been testing it, kind of give them the rundown of where we're at, and then I'll fill it in today.
Yeah, we basically, Adam and I made a decision to switch to a 2-pay system for a True Trading Group membership, where it's easier for people that want to join the platform by giving them a cheaper price for them to enter. And instead of paying the entire membership fee up front, you can split it into 2 payments and pay half now and then pay half 6 months from now. And even though if you pay the 2-pay system, you get full and immediate access to the entire platform, all the courses and all the tools immediately day one. You don't have to make your second payment to get access to the platform. And this way, we just make it more flexible and easier for people that want to join the platform and really prepare themselves for 2023. Because I'm telling you guys this now, the year of the active opportunist, those who are prepared will prosper. Those that are not prepared are going to fall victim to the fear mongering that the media is going to shove down their throat. It's going to cause them to make horrific mistakes. That's going to cost them and their families some serious opportunity.
Yeah, no, well said. So what we have done is we have really taken and kind of simplified and automated this process for you guys so that we give you guys the choice. We want to be flexible. Okay. We really, that's our goal, is we want to be flexible with you guys. True Trading Group has helped a tremendous amount of people. We want it to continue to do that in 2023. So what we have done is the choice is now yours. Let me pull this page up. So the choice is now yours. You got to go to ttgflex.com. ttgflex.com. All right. Again, that is ttgflex.com. Once you are on that page, you are going to be given 2 options. Both of these options are explained here. You have our best offer today for those that can afford it. It's a one-time payment. You save $40%. Pay your yearly membership today and in one payment and save 40% off the regular price of $22.12 and pay only $13.20 when you manually enter coupon code TTG121. It shows you what the regular price is, today's price, the amount you're saving, and the coupon code you need to use. It's letting you know that that when you sign up, you're getting all courses and premium tools immediately, full access to daily chat room and alerts immediately. Your laptop will be immediately processed after you sign up when you pay the $13.20. You have 2 small private groups that you have available to you. Those are accessible immediately. You will get a one-on-one mentor session with Mike or any of the other 9 mods. This you are able to schedule once you are TTG certified. That means you go through all of our courses, all of our exams. You get the answer key. Don't cheat. You're only cheating yourself. But once you have completed that, we will allow you to schedule a free one-on-one with any of the mods, including Mike. Now, when you pay the $13.20 and save the 40%, This is auto-renewed every year at the rate that you pay today. But you can cancel anytime without having to contact us or come directly to us or anything. You cancel anytime you want. All right. You will also get the double your money back guarantee. Okay. This is eligible at the end of your first year. If this is the deal that you want, then you would simply click on this link at the bottom. It'll take you to this page. You have to manually enter TTG121, press enter, and then you will notice that it shows that the price is updated. It lists everything you'll get with your membership on this page, and then you are good to go. All right, fill out your information and you're good to go. Now, if for whatever reason you do not want this and you want to save some money when you sign up, no problem. This is our new 2-pay system. Pay your yearly membership in 2 payments and save 27% off the regular price of $22.12 and pay only $1,600 with just $800 down today and full access today and $800 in 6 months. Again, we have it all laid out here. The regular price, the total amount that you're going to pay, the percentage saving, what is due today, what is due in 6 months. You're going to get all courses and premium tools immediately. Full access to daily chat room and alerts immediately. Laptop will be processed for you after the payment 2 is made. Okay, so after you make that second payment in 6 months or early, then we will process your laptop. 2 small private study groups immediately. One-on-one mentor session with Mike or any of the other 9 mods. You can schedule that even before you make the second payment, as long as you become TTG certified. There is no auto renew for the 2-pay system. There is no auto renew. In 6 months, you are invoiced for the second payment. You are not automatically charged for it. Okay. And you still get the double your money back guarantee. Again, eligible at the end of the first year of your membership. If you want this, you simply click right here, 800 down and full access today. I'm going to click it. And here you do not need to enter a coupon code because the coupon code will enter for you automatically. So then you will see that this says your 2-pay True Trading Group 1-year subscription includes immediate access to. It shows everything. And then it summarizes exactly what it is that you're doing right down here. It's $1,600. This is what you're saving. This is what is due today. This is what is due in 6 months. It's reiterating that it is a non-auto payment in 6 months. And then it is the total amount paid after 2 payments is $1,600. And it is letting you know that the coupon code is applied. So once you enter your info, you will only pay $800 today. And then again, it is a non-auto auto payment in 6 months. That means that we have to invoice you. You have to manually pay it. All right. That's it. So that is our system. Again, you do not need to enter the coupon code on the 2-pay page, but you do need to enter it to save the 40%. Okay. And again, you want to go to, very simply, ttgflex.com, hit enter, and you can follow the instructions. You can choose which option that you would like. All right. Mike, this is the first time you're seeing this, correct?
Yeah, man, it's awesome.
Pretty cool, right?
Really awesome. Very straightforward, very easy for members to, you guys decide what's easier for you. I don't want there to be, I'm dead serious when I think that this is going to be one of the biggest opportunities that people are going to have for quite a while. And I don't want people to really, be held back. I don't want people to feel like things are out of reach or they can't do something. I want you guys, listen, you do whatever you want. You want to save 40%, pay it all at once, go for it. You want to break it up and pay it over 6 months, go for it. Whatever is easier for you guys. You get a free laptop. You guys get the one-on-one mentorship session with one of the pro traders, including myself. You get a double your money back guarantee. It's quite simple, guys. If you join True Trading Group, go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend one study group. And if you still can't make back your membership fee at least once, we're going to give you guys back double your money. That's the commitment that we make to you when you join True Trading Group. You commit to us, we commit to you. You're putting money up, we're putting money up. That's how confident we are in the platform that we've created because we see the results that members have. right? We see the results that members have. So if you guys are interested in joining the TTG platform, you guys can go to ttgflex.com. That is ttgflex.com, and then you make your choice, whichever you want. You want to do the one pay, you want to do the two pay. You guys do whatever is best for you.
Now, we
Okay.
only have 15 laptops for the weekend, so whether you choose the one pay or the two pay, it doesn't matter. The laptop supply is pulling from the same pool, right? So, so for us, you will, as long as you see a laptop, you are getting a laptop. Once the laptop is, if the laptop is not in your checkout cart, so for example, if I did the two pay system, the laptop, once we are sold out, will not be here. You will not see the laptop once we run out of it. We have 15 laptops left. And then Sunday at midnight, that's January 8th, at midnight, 12 a.m. Eastern, we are going to be raising the price up. So the one payment is going to be moving up, and the two payment option is going to be moving up as well as we work our way back to $2,000. All right, so take advantage of this. This offer is good for the next 15 people or until midnight on Sunday, whichever comes first.
Awesome. Super clean. I love it. If anybody has questions at all about the membership, you guys can send us a text message to 786-505-4049. That's 786-505-4049. The phone number is at the bottom of your screen. So if you guys have any questions about the membership at all or about me or anything, you guys can send us a text message to that number. Again, remember, folks, you're going to get the free laptop for one of the next 15 people. You'll get the one-on-one mentor study group session. The one-on-one mentor study session. You also get the two private study groups with another moderator. And then you're going to be getting the double your money back guarantee. All right, so that's all included, regardless of if you do the one pay or if you do the two pay. The choice is yours. Go to ttgflex.com.
All right, that's it. You like it?
I love it.
Came out pretty good.
Yeah, super clean.
All right. So this is great. This gives people the opportunity to get started with $800, and the vast majority of people are going to be able to make way more than $800 in 6 months.
Oh yeah, you got to look at. That's the whole point, right? It's like you join for $800. Maybe by the time your second payment comes up, you've already made $800. Members of your trading group, a lot of them have, most of them have already made back their membership fee. And I'll actually maybe just ask them, guys, members, how long did it take you to make back your membership fee? Like you guys, for those of you that are members of True Trading Group, how long did it take you to make your membership fee back? You guys want to comment and chat real quick how long it took you to make your membership fee back if you are a member of TTG.
Oh, nice. 2 people just signed up for the two-pay system.
Very nice. Welcome, guys.
I'll give you the names right now. It is Emerson and Blake. So we have 13 spots left.
Great. Emerson and Blake. Emerson and Blake.
Oh, nope. Emerson was full price and Blake was two pay.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, either way, Emerson and Blake, welcome to the family, guys. You guys are now part of the TTG family. Glad to have you guys part of the group. Guys, remember, go to ttgflex.com. There's 13 laptops left. Go to ttgflex.com. Choose whichever you prefer, and you guys will be able to get the free laptop, the one-on-one mentor session, the double your money back guarantee. Let's take a look at some of these comments coming in here from members. Let's see, a week, 2 to 3 weeks. Remember, I asked, how long did it take you to make your membership fee back? A week, 2 to 3 weeks, a few weeks, a month, 2 weeks, 3 months, 3 to 4 months with $100 account. So they paid. So Diane had a $100 account, paid $13.65 to join, knew nothing before True Trading Group. Took her 3 to 4 months to turn $100 into $13.65. Less than 30 days, 2 weeks. Took me a week, 1 month. All right, so there you guys have it. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you guys want to try that 2-pay system, you can $800. You get started. You get access to the entire platform, right? You get all of our courses. Remember, the courses are a simplified version. You guys, the courses are a simplified version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. You get the beginner courses, the advanced courses, options, swing trading, trade psychology, crypto, futures, you name it, we've got it. You get all the tools. You get Benzinga Pro's newsfeed, Quote Media's level 2. You guys get access to literally everything, $5,000 worth of tools included with that membership. Okay, so it's all included. So again, go to ttgflex.com and choose your choice. It has the trading view charts, Quote Media's level 2, the trade ideas scanner, a simulator from ET&A, dark pool data, analyst ratings, all of it's included, guys. All of it's included for when you guys pay the $800. It's not limited access. So you choose. Just being in chat and listening, you can make money. Once you take classes and learn, the possibilities are endless. Amen to that. Yeah, guys, the moderators and I are with you all day, every day. We're not gone after, an hour or two. We're with you guys for the whole trading session. This is worth way more. The group is awesome. Mike and Sugar awesome, as well as all the moderators. Thank you, Debs. This is beyond worth the money. You will make it back if you take courses and put in the work. That's the idea. So that's it, folks. Go to ttgflex.com. There's 13 laptops left. Remember, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Just send us a text message. All right, ttgflex.com. Send us a text message if you have questions to 786-505-4049. Again, 786-505-4049. You guys have any questions about the membership whatsoever? We got to welcome Tony. Now we're down to 12. Tony, welcome to the family, guys. We're now down to just 12 of those laptops. So remember, you get a free laptop with your membership, whether you do the 2-pay or the single pay. So there's 12 of them now remaining. Okay, 12 of them now remaining. You don't have to enter your address to get the laptop. You'll get a welcome email after you join with instructions how to claim that laptop. So you just choose your option, ttgflex.com, 1-pay or 2-pay. Check out. You guys are good to go. All right. You get the one-on-one mentor session, the double your money back guarantee. Listen, I don't think you need the double your money back guarantee. Being quite frank with you, we've only had to give a refund to 2.8% of our members. That's it. 2.8% of our members. 78% of our members renew their membership. So based on those statistics, I'm very confident saying this has worked for thousands of people. We have 10,500 members in like 100 different countries with a 78% retention rate and a 2.8% refund rate. But nonetheless, I understand some people have hesitations and reservations based on prior experiences. I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to feel that you can hold us accountable. Okay. And that's why we offer you guys that double your money back guarantee. There's not a single other program or group or company that offers you that. And you just have to ask yourself, you wonder why that is. If we had hundreds and thousands of members that were asking for refunds, we would not be in business. We would not be able to operate. I can't say you give me $1,300, I give you back $2,600.
Fun fact, somebody qualified for the double your money back refund today.
Okay.
And they asked for an additional year instead.
I love it. I have no problem. Guys, and that's another thing. I'll tell you this right now.
That was not like something that we sold to them. They presented that to us.
I have no problem. I'll tell all of you right here on this live stream. When you join True Trading Group, if you go through the courses, pass the quizzes in a 10-1 study group, and you do not ever make your membership fee back at least once, we'll give you the double your money back guarantee. Or if you come to us and you say, guys, listen, I never made back my membership fee, but I want to keep doing this. I feel like I'm so close. Can you give me another year? No problem. I would gladly give you another year of access to the platform instead of giving you double your money back. And you want to keep going at it, and we'll help you along the way. and do anything that we can in our power to make sure that you guys reach your goals. So if that's what you want, I have no problem offering that to anybody that says, hey, can I have another year if you guys were not able to make that membership fee back? No problem. It'd be my pleasure. So just go to ttgflex.com. There's 12 laptops left, and you guys decide which payment plan is right for you, the single pay or the 2-pay. Get started for $800 or just lock it in with that $13.20 and you guys just be done for the whole year.
Yep. And the price that you pay for the one-time payment, you're locking in that rate, which is important because our price is going up Sunday at midnight.
This is true.
So that price is going to move up to just about $1,400, and then it's going to continue to move up. So anyone that buys it on Sunday and they pay that full price, they're locking it in there as well.
Right. And then if you have questions, again, guys, seriously, just text us. Open book here, 786-505-4049. Numbers right at the bottom of your screen. Okay?
All right. Let's switch it so that it looks like I'm looking at you. Hey, Mike.
What's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Chilling. How was your day?
Yeah. It was all right. It was not bad. Damn it.
It's Friday, in case you guys couldn't tell, it's Friday. So yeah, nobody else has any other questions. For me, or about the membership, or about maybe something if you guys have questions.
Oh, the giveaway that we were going to do today, we're going to be doing it on Sunday.
Oh, that's right, the giveaway.
Yeah, I was, and then obviously you did not finish your report.
No.
Okay, so you'll have that on Sunday?
Yeah. Okay. Well, that I'm not giving that on YouTube though.
No, but our members are asking me, and I don't know.
Right. Yeah, no, I talked to members today about it too.
Is Matt Core still participating with TTG? Yeah, he popped on the chat yesterday. He's called me like 4 times today. I need to call him back. So yeah, no, he's still around. He's also a good friend of mine.
He's still around. Matt's a good friend of TTG.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys. So there we have it. Mike, what do you think about Lucid? I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. I don't own any of these stocks. You know, I don't own any of them. I find it hard to believe the Saudis would let this company fail. Like the Saudis are just going to just endlessly pump money into this company until it succeeds. But all you got to do is take a look at the share price of Lucid and maybe I put my charts on the screen or not, but stock's at $6. You know, stock's at $6.
You're $6.
Yeah, stock is $6. It's just brutal. And I don't think it's going to get better this year. So, you know, if you're looking to buy Lucid, you know, I think maybe later this year, if you want to buy it, you can try to buy it later this year. But it's not something that I really intend on putting in my long-term portfolio. If you ask me, though, what electric vehicle companies make it, I would say Lucid is one of them that makes it. But I don't have an intention because I don't think the Saudis would let it fail, and they'll just keep endlessly pumping money into it until it succeeds. But I have no intention on buying it. If that changes, I'll let you guys know.
What the hell?
Wow, look at this guy.
There's no volume. Hang on. Go ahead, buddy.
What's up, buddy?
Guys, this is Backdoor Joe.
Back end.
He'll always be backdoor Joe to me.
It's how we do it here at TTG.
Yeah, so everyone,
this is the first time in the history of True Trading Group that anyone has seen you on this live stream. I like how we're casually throwing that. I love how we're casually throwing that in on a Friday.
Yeah, this is the first time. So members of guys, this is TTG Joe. No one's ever seen his face before.
I'm real. I should have worn my mask.
You should have.
Joe is actually a partner in True Trading Group. Like he's like one of us.
One of us. One of us. One of us.
So,
all right.
So yeah. What do you want to?
Where are we going from here, Adam?
Oh, I don't know. I've done my job today. You know how hard that was to get all that stuff coded out and done?
I'm gonna say I did my job today too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I would say if nobody has any other questions for me about anything in particular, we can wrap this up. And I'll show you guys the platform. All right. So maybe we can wrap this up and actually showing people the platform. This way you can see exactly what
the 2023 report will be out on Sunday. Somebody just asked about it again.
Yeah, I saw Larry.
Yeah. All right.
I gotta go in the back and get the stuff ready.
Yep, do your thing, bro.
You gotta backdoor it.
Do your thing, buddy. All right, guys. So what I'll do now is I'll actually show you the platform. I'll show you everything that you get included with your membership, so that whether you do the one pay 1320 or you do the two pay 800 and 800. And also, if you guys do the two pay, if you want to pay off that second 800 early, like maybe you make your money back in 2 months or 1 month. You're like, hey, you know what? You guys are awesome.
We'll give you an extra 25% off.
We'll give you we'll knock 25% off of that second payment if you guys want to pay off it early. So if you join today for 800, if you guys kill it and you're like, hey, I want to pay it off early, we'll knock 25% off that second payment so you guys, and you can pay it off early. We'll do that for you guys as well. All right. So again, go to ttgflex.com, choose your option, one pay or two pay, choice is yours. 12 laptops remain for the next 12 people that do join the annual membership to True Trading Group. So when you join True Trading Group, okay, you are getting access to the entire platform. Whether you do the one pay or the two pay, you get access immediately to the entire platform. It is all of the courses. It is all of the tools. It's all included. There are no like upsells for courses. There's no upsells for tools. There are additional things that cost more money, like Traderpalooza. Traderpalooza is a 12-hour long virtual trading workshop that we are hosting on January 28th. That is extra. Okay, but all the courses, all the tools, that is always included with your annual membership. So let's go through it. You will, of course, be getting access to the chat room. The chat room is where the moderators and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades in real time. We're with you from pre-market all the way through till the after-hours session. And you will also be able to get access to our mobile app. The mobile app lets you see the screen share and listen to the audio commentary, even if you're not in front of your computer. It will also give you the ability to get real-time push notifications whenever one of our moderators enters or exits a trade. This way, you will always know what's going on in True Trading Group and can take advantage and profit from the opportunities that we identify, even if you're not in front of your computer. The vast majority of people that have full-time jobs will literally rely on this mobile app to be able to participate and follow along with the trade alerts by getting the real-time notification. This is not a text message. Text messages are delayed 3 to 5 minutes. This is a real-time push notification that gets sent right through our mobile app so you can act with speed, and speed matters. You will also be getting access to, as a member of True Trading Group, 2 small private study group sessions that are designed to really help speed up your learning curve. You will also get the Benzinga Pro newsfeed. Benzinga Pro's newsfeed is live up to the second news alerts directly inside of our chat. If you go to Benzinga directly, this alone will cost you probably about $1,000. It's included with your membership when you join our platform. You'll also get the TradingView charting system. This is about $600 a year. If you go to TradingView directly, it is included with your membership when you join your trading group. You also get the Trade Ideas scanner, industry standard scanner. It's a few $100 a year if you go to Trade Ideas. It streams live on our platform every day. Then you get a simulator from ETNA. This lets you trade stocks and options and very soon crypto and futures with fake money with real-time data so you can practice implementing what you are learning. This would cost you just under $1,000 if you went to ETNA directly. It's included with your membership. You get a proprietary scanner that we have that lets you create custom scans. You also get dark pool data, unusual options activity, and options flow. Very expensive data, folks. If you pay for it on your own, it's included with your membership when you join us. A trading journal will track all of your trades, break down your trading to the numbers and statistics so you can see what you're doing wrong. You'll get a social sentiment scanner that will literally tell you what stocks are being mentioned most on social media so you can stay ahead of the crowd. Then you get analyst ratings on any stock you're interested in. Okay, any stock that you are interested in. So you will know exactly how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating on a particular stock. Whether or not there's been insider buying or insider selling, and what the short data is for that stock. All included with your membership. Every day, the mods and I publish watch lists of the stocks we're looking at with a game plan of how we plan on trading them. You get access to them each and every single day. You'll also then get access to the courses. Folks, the courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. Okay? There are no upsells for courses. You don't join TTG, then all of a sudden there's more courses that are another $1,000 extra. We don't play those games. You get access to the entire curriculum, all of the information that you need to be successful. Beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it, we've got it. It's all included. And then you also get a video library that's got 400 hours of workshops and webinars of things that we've conducted with members. And you can actually attend these workshops now live once you become a full-time member. It's time you guys really invested in something real. If you guys are trying to make a change, if diamond handing, hodling, and following people on social media to the moon in 2022 did not work for you, it is about time that you tried something different in 2023. Otherwise, I think you're going to let the year of the active opportunist just pass you right by. And I don't think that enough people realize the opportunity that is going to be presented to them later this year. So that is why we've adjusted to this two-pay system, make it more flexible, give you the option, give you the choice. Go to ttgflex.com. You can make a one-time payment and save 40% or split the membership up into two payments, over the 6 months, and you guys can save 27%. The choice is yours, whatever is easier for you. You get a free laptop when you join. You get a one-on-one mentor session with one of our pro traders. You also get a double your money back guarantee. If you can't make your membership fee back at least once after going through our courses, passing our quizzes, and attending a study group, we will give you back double what you paid. That is a commitment that we make to you. You commit to us. We commit to you. It is just that simple when you join the True Trading Group family. And not to mention you're joining a community of over 10,500 members that genuinely give a damn whether or not you succeed or fail. Members that will be there with you to help you along the way, just like the moderators and I will be there to help you along the way. You don't ever have to feel like you're stranded on an island by yourself, because when you join your trading group, you're not. Go to ttgflex.com, choose your option. If you have any questions, send a text message to 786-505-4049. Don't call that number. It's a text message only number. Send us a text right now, 786-505-4049. 12 of those laptops remain. How do you know you're one of the 12? If you're watching this live stream later over the weekend, as long as you select your payment option, if you see a laptop in your checkout cart after you select your payment option, that's how you know you are getting a laptop. Once 12 transactions are completed, the laptops will no longer be visible in the checkout cart. That is how you know you're getting a laptop. There's 12 remaining. Go to ttgflex.com right now and get your butts in chat. I'll see you guys Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern live right here, same place. And we'll talk about what the outlook is for the week next week and what I expect from the markets and how I plan on making money. I'll see you guys all Sunday evening. Have a wonderful weekend. Great job today, guys. 4 trading days of 2023 in the books, all 4 green. Let's keep that momentum going. I'll see you guys over the weekend.